just coming off of a wild overdrive, and I just came here tonight to say Falcon greeting! This is JD Cage, the voice of BYU, and it's time for episode 6, boys. I'm done talking about it. Let's go! Alright, give me a moment to bring up my file here. There we go. This first matchup is going to be a Royal Showdown qualifier, and here comes one of the most dangerous men in BYU, little Brandon Moore. And I'll tell you what, let me just do that for a second. Brandon Moore, this is going to be huge for him because, man, he just wants to come out here all the time and just rip people off. That's what he's like the master of. And if he does so in the Royal Showdown, he could end up getting a huge opportunity. And can somebody say world title shot? And of course the Royal Showdown is coming together nicely. And I might have to confer with Hawkins here, but I think the Royal Showdown might just about be set up. That's just what I'm thinking. I think the tournament might just be about set up as we head into the Royal Showdown mega event. And here comes Brian Mooney. And you know what? Well, let me just get my head together here. Excuse me for being a little tired, because I kind of am. I think it's the damn weather. At the time I did this episode, it was raining like hell. Freaking Weather Channel's local forecast as was calling for it to continue through another day. Hey, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, rain can be such a pain in the ass, guys. I mean, it's Falcon. It's a Falcon downpour right now, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. So anyway, Brian Mooney, Brandon Moore set for one-on-one competition in this Royal Showdown qualifier, and I got a lot of things to talk about for you. As this thing starts off, and oh, what a knee! What a knee shot, and then Brandon Moore the takedown. Of course, we got, whoa, nice leg drop there by Brandon. Yeah, we got a lot of great action for you. A couple more qualifiers in action. And a couple more qualifying matches. A nice move there by Mr. Moore. And we're going to be seeing some tag team action with the Wannamakers, John and Mike. And a little later, as Brandon Moore with Boston Crab, we're going to hear from Shadow MC. We're going to get his take on what the hell happened last week. And Chris Cryptic just came out of nowhere and jacked him up and cost him a chance at a Royal Showdown qualifier. Of course, Scorpion went on to win that match. Nice sky-high variation there. Or is that the lowdown? I don't remember which one it was. As Mooney now in control over Brandon Moore. And he cheap shots him right there in the gut. You know, all this is going to do is serve up to fire up the explosive Brandon Moore, who's like the master of the F5. Although Dave Williams, the new Welsh Order leader over on Overdrive, might have something to say about that. And you know what? I hope Dave Williams and Brandon Moore meet each other during the Royal Showdown. You know, I want to see who's got the better F5. Hey, that would be like an awesome match. And Brandon, he's got him up there. Ow! A torture rack into a backbreaker, into a stomach breaker. I told you, Brandon Moore, he is like, I mean, he's just like a friggin', I mean, he's like a, well, he just dropped Brian Mooney on his face there. What I'm trying to say is I mean, he's like a boost-powered freight train. And he's just mowing down Brian Mooney. And Moore goes for a cover here. 1, 2. 2 count. Yeah, we got a huge main event for you tonight. A big six-man tag. Big six-man tag match coming up. On one side, it's going to be Vincent M.T. Walla and North American champ Ashley Dunn. And on the other side, it's going to be Christopher Helmsley, Psycho Edge, the table rapist, and the World Heavyweight Champion, the scam artist, Hoovy. I mean, it's going to be such a big night this evening here on Aftershock. And Brian Mooney, nice maneuver right there. Right now, Brian Mooney is the one dominating this matchup, but how can you just like, oh, wait a minute. Moore with a roll-up. Oh, but he's got two. No. But I'm just going to say, how can you expect to dominate Brandon Moore for an extended period of time? Alright, nice arm drag by Mr. Moore. And oh no. Oh, look out. Oh, here comes the pain. F5. F5. Oh, damn. The whole building just shook. Brandon Moore with the F5 goes for the cover. There's two and there's three. This one is over. Stick a fork in Brian Mooney because he's done. Man. And Dave Williams, that's something you might have to watch out for. Because Brandon Moore has qualified for the Royal Showdown here on Aftershock. Big win for the almost unstoppable, sawed-off beast that is Brandon Moore. And we got more to come. Stay with us.
All these words, they make no sense. I found listening.
Okay, guys. Forgive me if I'm not with it for a few minutes because it's gotta just be this weather. I mean, it's like a Falcon downpour right now. Like I might have said earlier. Well, here comes El Diablo. An up-and-comer who's really been making a name for himself, even though we've seen very little of him. And kind of like Brandon Moore, he's a bit of a saw-off machine. And he's got a big opportunity here because he's got a chance to qualify for the Royal Showdown. And of course, if he wins the Royal Showdown tournament, he goes on to Summer Bash and gets a title. But of course, if you've been hearing the world champion, the scam artist, Hoovy, been running his mouth about ending people's careers. Like I said on Overdrive, I'm just a demented Captain Planet wearing the title belt. Here comes Ricky Slayder on his way out here. And let me just quickly remind myself who qualified already. Brandon Moore, Scorpion, Danny Legend, Psycho Edge, the Nature Boy Steve Farrell, and that's all just on Aftershock. You got a bunch of big names on Overdrive who also qualify. Can't remember them all right now, but I know Donovan Griffin, CJ Hawkins, Ashley Dunn, Napalm, Dave Williams, they're all in. And David the Ghetto Kid is in. And, I mean, they'll probably all come back to me a little later. And this thing is underway. El Diablo with a block. Ricky with a block. Oh, tried to sweep him out from underneath. And now a takedown. And, oh, what a shot by Mr. Slayder. As this thing gets started, I want to go over something. Of course, wait a minute though. Ricky Slayder with a top rope leg drop. High impact. But yeah, let me just quickly remind everybody of something. Then a few days ago on Overdrive, I mentioned at Spring Showdown, SCAW, who Darth Vader was running his mouth about how he is so dominant that nobody in any call league could handle his dominance, and that he could beat anybody. He also ended up ripping on DWA, and apparently someone in DWA didn't take too kindly to that. One of their guys, Apocalypse, threw down a challenge to Vader to back up his words anytime, anywhere. So I want to just reiterate the thing I said on Overdrive. Hey, Darth Vader, don't say I didn't warn you. I mean, it's like I said. Hey, you run your mouth about how you can beat anyone in car wrestling. You're just setting yourself up for a recipe for disaster. As El Diablo is just engaging in a recipe on how to dissect somebody.